Assalamu alaikum. This is Mr. Isa, your social studies teacher of grade 6. Today we shall discuss about Unit 4. That is the focus on culture. Unit 4, Lesson 3, that says creativity and expression. You can find this lesson from page 140 to page 143. Activity book from page 81 to page 80. As we know, every lesson has its own objectives. What are the objectives of this lesson? 1. We have to look at the examples of art, literature, and architecture. 2. We have to explain the relationship between society and the arts. These are the objectives of the summary of this lesson is that Saudi Arabia is trying to make sure people don't forget their culture. So, for people not to forget their culture, they are organizing an event that is called Al-Jenadriyah Festival. This Al-Jenadriyah Festival is an annual event held by the Saudi government. What do we mean by saying an annual event? An annual event is an event that takes place one time every year. This event was first organized in 1985 by the National. What are the aims of Al-Jenadriyah Festival? Aims are the reasons. Aims are the objectives why we are doing something. So the Al-Jenadriyah festivals are conducted, or they are taking place for 1, to preserve the religious and social values of Saudi Arabia. 2, to keep or preserve the Saudi Arabia cultural heritage and history. 3, to teach us about our ancestors. 4, to keep alive ancient arts. Which events take place during the Al-Jenadriyah Festival? Which event will make people to keep the aims of the last slide alive? 1 is the performance of Al-Ardha. What is Al-Ardha? Al-Ardha is a dance that is conducted by the Saudi Arabians when they are dressed in their original traditional clothes. Number 2, performance of poetry. Number 3, display of traditional crafts such as pottery, weaving, leatherwork, metalwork, and woodwork. These are the things which are happening during the festivals so that we can keep the activities alive. The picture you are seeing on this slide, these are pictures of the Saudi Arabians dancing the Al-Ardha dance. You can see they are holding the swords and they are jumping happy just to celebrate their culture. They can dress in other clothes, but you can see they are dressed in their traditional Saudi dressed. By doing this, they are keeping their culture alive. So in Al-Jenadriyah Festival, we have such incidents and events going. Also during Al-Jenadriyah, we have the camel race. Camel race is very common. You must have seen it somewhere. You can see from the pictures on that slide, camels are running or they are racing, and on top of every camel there are people, or some pictures have no people. The camel race also is one of our culture. That's why we use the camels instead of any other. On this slide, we shall see the displays at Al-Jenadriyah festivals. We said on one of the slides there, the Saudis have to show their pottery, their woodwork, their natural food, traditional food, the leather work, the weaving, and all that. So the 6 pictures you are seeing on this slide, they are showing pottery, they are showing woodwork, they are displaying their crafts, they are showing their weaving, they are showing their leather work, and the traditional Saudi. Apart from all that, Saudi Arabians, or the Arabs to be specific, they are known to be very good in literature of the past. They have had very many good writers. One of them is Al-Jahiz, who wrote the book called Al-Ihawan. Ibn Qutayba wrote the book of knowledge. Al-Hamathan wrote Al-Makamat. Abu Ala wrote the message of forgiveness. Ibn Halidun wrote Al-Mukadima. All these are big Arabic writers. So we have to know these people so that we can activate or keep our culture alive. We need to be proud of our culture. We need to be proud of what we are doing. Not every time we take things from other cultures. We have very big writers, but we don't talk of them. So this lesson is trying to bring us together and take us back to our culture was. So we have seen how Saudi Arabia is trying to keep its culture alive and active using very many types of events, type of displays, and telling us about our good writers. That is all about this lesson. I hope we have understood why we need to keep our culture alive and why and how can we display our culture. Thanks for following, and you are welcome for any questions.